Oedipus, aware that a terrible curse has befallen Thebes, sends his brother-in-law Creon to seek the advice of Apollo. Creon informs Oedipus that the curse will be lifted if the murder of Laius, the former king, is found and prosecuted. Laius was murdered many years ago at a crossroads. Oedipus dedicates himself to the discovery and prosecution of Laius's murder. Oedipus subjects a series of unwilling citizens to questioning, including a blind prophet, Tiresias. The blind prophet informs Oedipus that Oedipus himself killed Laius. The news really bothers Oedipus, but his wife Jocasta tells him not to believe in prophets, as they've been wrong before. As an example, she tells Oedipus about how she and King Laius had a son who was prophesied to kill Laius and sleep with her. She and Laius had the child killed, so obviously that prophecy didn't come true. Jocasta's story doesn't comfort Oedipus. As a child, an old man told Oedipus that he was adopted and he would eventually kill his biological father and sleep with his biological mother. Not to mention, Oedipus once killed a man at a crossroads, which sounds a lot like the way Laius died. Jocasta urges Oedipus not to look back to the past any further, but he stubbornly ignores her. Oedipus goes on to question a messenger and a shepherd, both of whom have information about how Oedipus was abandoned as an infant and adopted by a new family. In the moment of insight, Jocasta realizes that she is Oedipus's mother and Laius's father. Horrified at what has happened, she kills herself. Shortly thereafter, Oedipus too realizes that he was Laius's murderer and that he has been married to and having children with his mother. In horror and despair, he gouges out his eyes and is exiled from Thebes. Oedipus's punishment has several ways it can be taken or understood. Killing his father and marrying and sleeping with his mother was undoubtedly shameful. Having a plague throughout his city was a motivation to search for his individual identity. Oedipus's banishment, as well as gouging out his own eyes, was more symbolic than anything else. The theme of the play comes down to seeing what is real and what is not. Oedipus blinds himself because of what he has metaphorically seen or realized, this which leaves him unable to face his family or parents. Within the play, the theme of sight versus blindness operates both literally and metaphorically, as literal sight is juxtaposed with foresight. We define crime as a breach of the current rules or laws given by some sort of governing authority. Throughout the ages, crime has occurred in all societies, and the most common reaction has always been some type of punishment. In our modern society, there are many possible reasons given to justify or explain why someone deserves punishment. We abide by laws and rules set by others. If not, we are punished. Death is nearly not as devastating as a punishment as that of spending a life in prison or in exile from society. Our American definition of suffering is just that, imprisonment and contemplating our own death. Of course, there are alternatives for lesser crimes. Some may face the charges including paying fines or community service. All of these are attempts to correct behavior. Those whose behavior remains unchanged may result in repeated and eventually greater punishment. Punishments are generally determined by judges and juries rather than in Oedipus's case, himself.
Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut and she Tuesday. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut and she Tuesday. Club